my last video, I talked about all the plotters I've got going on, the two machines upstairs that are doing about 3 plots a day, and then the crappy machines I have over here that are doing, I don't know, 2 plots every 2 days, and then the machine I have right here, which is my fastest one, doing about 3 or 4 a day. So I'm getting maybe 8 to 9 plots every day, and we're bottlenecking into the farmer. The farmer is the machine that takes the plots and puts them on the Chia network. So what would happen is that drive would fill and it wouldn't get there fast enough and would sit there waiting to copy, and it couldn't get the plots up to the farmer fast enough, and it would sit there and it wouldn't make any more plots. So I bought a 2 terabyte SSD, and all it does all day is receive plots from the plotters. The problem is that thing fills up so fast I can't get it off to the slower drives any faster. So I figured out I've got 3 or 4 drives that I just dump off to at the same time, and now I finally have the terabyte drive not filling up, but also taking the plots as fast as the plotters can give them, spit them out. So this is the problem with plotting: is if you have a lot of plotters, they got to put them somewhere, and it takes a little while to copy over the network. But if you don't have the drive space to accept it right away, they'll just sit there and keep trying. And it is neat how the plotters do that. Every 5 minutes they'll keep retrying. Either they can't find the drive or there's no space on the drive. Every 5 minutes they'll say trying again, trying again. So I'm glad that they put that in there. I didn't lose any plots, but I lost a lot of time building them. So I'm going to show you what I did on the machine above the fridge. So here's the machine above the fridge again. What I did was added this SSD right here. Can't even tell. This is a terabyte drive. All the incoming plots, you can see there's one coming in right now because the network's flashing, go to this drive first. Then from this drive I dump it off to the one behind it, which is the main 8 terabyte. Another 8 terabyte I put over there, that's the system drive again. The Ethereum miners are still doing Ethereum, obviously. Another drive I hit over here. I've checked the temperatures on all these, they're all 40 degrees, so it's not that bad up here. Drives can go up to about 60. Obviously the cards are all fine, and then I'm also dumping off to the array of external ones. So if you have a lot of plotters, I'd recommend having an incoming SSD and then the rest being the spinny drives that are slower. But I'm looking at about 160 plots now, so we'll go to the remote desktop of this. Here's that machine that's on top of the fridge running. It's obviously got the Ethereum still, and then I've got all the drives. You can see various states of being full. As I mentioned, that SSD takes the incoming, the S drive, and then I dump them off to slower drives as fast as I can. So at this point I'm dumping to 3 drives at the same time to get some space out of there. It's not too full, I still got room for other plots right now. I've only got 7 plots sitting here waiting, but soon it'll be down, I'll have more space. If I go to the task manager, you can see the drives that I have. I put on a PCI SATA controller, and I think the PCI SATA controller is slower than a PCIe by a lot, because this is saying 23 meg is the fastest it can write, which is wrong. There's no way this drive is that slow. Luckily I put this SSD on a motherboard onboard SATA drive, so I got all the speed from that. 57 is not even breaking a sweat. I could be writing 2 plots at the same time and it would be fine. So the SATA helped a lot with the bottleneck, but I still have the problem of actually getting them off to the slower drives. So far, I have not had an issue since I got that terabyte SSD. That made a huge difference. Over here, I got a couple shortcuts I added for fun. I got power save. You can see it knocks the speed of the processor down. It just switches power profiles. I got Sex with Brian. He's got an enterprise Chia, and he's already won 2 Chia. He's got, I don't know, ridiculous, probably 400 plots by now. It's nuts. He just keeps plotting like crazy. So if I click this, it actually connects to his node and updates mine. I haven't had a problem since the latest update. They're on 1.1.5. This stays pretty synced now. It always is farming. You can see I got 5 months and 167 plots. So I got quite a bit more plots, but nowhere near where he's got. And he's won 2, so that actually makes me feel like it might happen sometime. But even if it doesn't, it's so fun plotting this stuff and organizing it so that it sits on this server. It's worth it, even if I don't win any Chia. Plus I can install all this equipment once I'm done with it, which will be cool. So that's the update on the Chia plotter and farmer. See ya.